booming over the past few years, but why? Why should you learn to play chess? What are the benefits? I'll tell you this and more in this video. Okay, so chess. People play chess initially because chess is an intense intellectual sport and that's good for your brain. Chess has a lot of cognitive benefits, including the ability to improve your intelligence, empathy, memory, planning, and problem solving skills and creative abilities. This is good, of course. And chess doesn't really have any downsides unless, of course, you overdo it, but that's more on you than chess. So, but why do chess players really play chess? Is it really because of these half-hidden cognitive benefits? No, not really. We play chess because playing chess and winning is very satisfying. Looking at why we play chess from an intermediate player's perspective or mine, we play chess because we like chess, because it's very fun and very rewarding, and that's why we mainly play chess. See, so, chess is mainly a game of skill, memory, and pattern recognition. Therefore, the more you play and do deliberate practice, the more you'll improve. Now you know why. We play chess because it's very fun, rewarding, satisfying, and because it's very cool. So now the question here I'm placing, and that's undoubtedly in your mind also, is how exactly do you improve? You've probably scrolled through YouTube a lot if you got to this video, and I'm here to tell you why. Don't worry. Now, how can you practice efficiently in chess? Efficiency means how do you get more rating and more improvement in less time. So, I'm gonna present to you some information that you might be already familiar with, but this applies to chess a lot. So, many of you might be familiar with the 10,000 rule to expertise. Maybe you've seen a video, or maybe you've researched it independently. If so, very good. Now, this rule states that with 10,000 hours of deliberate practice, emphasis on that, you'll become an expert guaranteed. Now, what is this deliberate practice, this golden seemingly key to unlocking expertise and everything you've wanted and solve every problem you ever had? Okay, now that's a bit of exaggeration, but so this deliberate practice states that there is a clear answer and feedback on your performance. Now, fortunately, chess is probably one of the kindest learning environment, unlike your school, so this rule is very effective. And might be disheartening to some, but don't worry, even if you haven't done much deliberate practice and have only been watching chess videos like from Gotham Chess or Mr. GM Hikaru and playing on chess.com, you'll have developed intuition, which is something that cannot be any other way than constant playing analysis and puzzles. Now, I've just said a bunch of stuff really quickly and probably overwhelmed you guys, but what are you actually supposed to do? What are you supposed to get from this? Why am I exactly talking and doing stuff for you guys? Also, I put Subway Surfers on the screen because I know every single one of you has very low attention spans nowadays, and I gotta keep you guys in the video because this is I need to get 1,000 subscribers really quickly. Okay, so first, if you're learning chess or are a beginner, you need to develop your intuition and learn the basics. The basics are basically the foundation of your chess knowledge, and in order to build a really tall skyscraper and become like a master, like a grandmaster, you'll need to build a very solid foundation or your whole building will crumble down, blah 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 blah. So, what is chess basics? What are the basics of chess? So, first of all, you need to know the pawns. I just moved h4, the rook. Okay, I cannot move the rook because it's black's move, of course. The rook. You probably heard the rook. I sacrificed the rook. So now there's the king, queen, bishop, knight, and all the pawns. Thirdly, chess is divided into three phases called the opening, the middle game, and the end game. And these basics, the chess basics, basically covers all of these in depth, and I'm planning to do a series and a full long form video on each chess basics, like the opening, the middle game, and the end game. If it isn't up yet, subscribe and get notified immediately when it's up. Okay, and I just told you for beginners, right? So if you don't know what beginners are, I will try to put a thingy on the screen, so you'll basically something on the screen to get you guys informed. A beginner is basically anyone who's below 1200, and when I talk about ELO, I'm gonna think of ELO as chess.com, Rapid or Blitz or Bullet or whatever ELO, not FIDE ELO, cause I myself don't have a FIDE ELO because I live somewhere else, not in America. Now, secondly, if you're like me or you're an intermediate player, we're gonna be doing deliberate practice straight into the mud, gonna dip our hands in the mud and never let go. Gonna be doing the hard work. Okay. So now I assume you know your opening repertoire at this point, or you are trying to develop your repertoire. If so, continue building your repertoire or improving it. I recommend that you at the very least, look at openings once a week and just really sit down and just grab your notebook, write down your opening repertoire. Like, for example, I myself play d4, or maybe you play e4, you play the Ruy Lopez, which I really don't recommend it, but because it's a very complex opening. But maybe you play the Sicilian against d4, or maybe you play the Caro-Kann, or maybe you even play just e5, man. Just keep it simple, right? Okay. So there's the opening, and there's the middle game next. Now the middle game. So I am myself I am pretty blank on the middle game too, lads. So for the middle game, I just recommend you just develop a strategy and just wait. Like, just wait for your opponent to make a mistake and you continue improving your position to create opportunities to exploit. Like Bobby Fischer once said, like, tactics come from a good position, so your aim in the middle game should always be to create good positions. Now after the middle game, there's obviously the end game, and the end game is really important, because why start a chess game if you can't even finish it, right? Now, and for this end game, I actually have a very good suggestion. I have a very good book that I'm gonna recommend to everyone, and this book is called The Complete Endgame Course by International Master Jeremy Stillman. And I recommend this to the beginners also because this book is really good for the fact that it's based on rating, and it's divided into like 1,000 to 20. No, not 22. 1,000 to 1,000. I just forgot how to say numbers. Okay, I'm sorry. 1,000 to 1,200 maybe. And so it's divided by rating, so you won't get confused, which I know is a big problem for beginners or even intermediate players who want to learn chess using books. We either learn something that's either too basic or too advanced, and we get confused and frustrated, and we just leave books and just keep watching Gotham chess videos or whatever. Now, last but not least, what exactly you should do, like the general plan I recommend for you guys, beginners and intermediates, is to do a puzzle first. If you're gonna do chess practice, you should do a puzzle first, and you can just do like a simple mating tactics. Although if you are gonna do a simple mate, then I recommend you at least make it mating 2 and do multiple. However, for intermediate players, you can do a very hard chess puzzle and just let your mind wander and think, and do not look at the answers. I know it's a bit tempting, but think out the entire puzzle in your head, calculate every possible variant and candidate moves, and just write down your whole thinking process on a notebook on the first day, and then try to improve that thinking process. I'll post a video in the future about how to think like a grandmaster and how to calculate every important sequence, how to calculate through tactics, how to be sure, how to recognize tactics, how to create tactics, and but that's in the future. Okay, so now you've done a puzzle in the morning or when you're first starting to do your chess practice. Now, secondly, you should just go on chess.com and just play a rapid game. It's that simple. Just play a rapid game, and whether you win or lose, you should do an analysis on the game. Do a game review on the game. I assume you haven't wasted your free daily game review yet. If so, well, don't play any chess rapid games, okay? Don't play any rapid games before you do a puzzle, and use your free game review on this rapid game. So, playing chess games is very good and all, but if you don't learn from the mistakes you make during the game, you won't ever improve. So analysis is very important. Okay, so now you've done your puzzle, you've done your one rapid game, you've analyzed it, you've written down your mistakes, you've learned what not to do in that situation and what to do in that situation. You've committed into your memory, and you're slowly building your library and your pattern recognition abilities, okay? So now finally you can do theory. You can either do opening or endgame theory. You can use the endgame theory, the complete endgame course by international master Jeremy Stillman. If I recall correctly, he passed away recently, which is very sad. Okay. I'll post a link to the book down below in the description. And for all the players who wanna play more chess, you can add some blitz in there too, and more rapid games. I recommend rapid games though over blitz, cause blitz improves your reaction speed, but is definitely inferior to rapid games. Like, I know blitz and bullet have been hyped around in online chess because they're more exciting to watch for beginners or non-chess players, but chess is really about the long thinking about every variant and every possible, not every possible move, every possible candidate move, and just thinking it out. Classical chess is truly the most valued chess form, so I recommend you play rapid games over blitz. And that's it, I think, for this video. And subscribe and like for future videos. Thank you all for watching.